Hi everyone, I'm Hayden, and today I will be taking a look at the first wave of the Transformers Earthspark Deluxe Class Build-A-Figure line. Since all the figures are mainly Deluxe Class to Warrior Class, the scale of these figures is completely off, but I don't mind that really. Something I do mind though is the quality, and the quality differences between these figures is very big. First figure we'll be looking at is Bumblebee. I really like this Bumblebee design. It's probably the most similar to his look in Cyberverse, with the headlight shoulders and the taillight knees, but overall I like how this one looks a lot better than that one. The head sculpt is pretty good. It does sit a bit high over his shoulders though. Also the expression is weird. I think he's meant to be smirking, but you can only really see it at certain angles. So on camera, I noticed that the yellow they used to paint his body is very different from the yellow plastic, but it's really hard to notice while looking at it in person, but on camera I guess it's very noticeable. Bumblebee's articulation is really good. There are some weird spots though. His arms are built weird. The shoulder is completely hollow, and when you bend his elbow it can barely clear it. He is missing a waist swivel, but the legs are great. The ball-jointed feet are a very nice touch. For accessories, Bumblebee comes with an arm cannon with a window on it. It just covers his arm and it looks pretty weird. I don't know why he has a window. It's pretty hard to make him look cool with it because of the shoulders, but it is possible. He also comes with the right arm of Mandroid. The transformation is pretty annoying to do, especially getting the back unfolded into the hood of the car. It falls apart pretty much every time, but the car mode is pretty cool. It's a pretty different car than what Bumblebee usually turns into. It kind of has a supercar look to it. The back of the car is a bit big, but I don't really mind it too much. And you could stick the gun on top for a silly looking attack mode. Earthspark Bumblebee is a pretty decent figure, probably one of my favorite Earthspark figures. And now we move on to one of my least favorite, Twitch. I really like Twitch's design in the show, and this figure is pretty accurate to how it looks in there. The head sculpt especially is really good. It's the only Earthspark figure that I have that has light piping, and because her eyes are so big, they light up really well. But my main problem with the figure is that she has a lot of trouble standing up. Her leg joints are so loose, and because of all the stuff at the top, she has a lot of trouble standing up on her own. But sometimes it works, and other times she just does that. And the chest piece doesn't really like, of course now it plugs in. So I wrote in the script how the chest piece doesn't plug in, but of course now when I'm making the video, it plots to plug in perfectly and there's no problems at all. Her articulation is really good. She's one of the only Earthspark figures to actually have a waist swivel, but she's just no fun to pose because so many of her joints are just so loose. For accessories, Twitch comes with an arm cannon like Bumblebee, but it looks a lot nicer than his. Something I am kind of disappointed about is that she can't use her wings as swords like in the show. I was really hoping that would be a feature. She also comes with Mandroid's head and armor. Transformation is super annoying. The loose joints make it really difficult, and a lot of the tabs are so small and I can't. And the drone mode is also just terrible. It looks nothing like it does in the show, and it's literally just Twitch crumpled up into a shape that kind of resembles a drone. So that kind of sucked. So maybe the next figure will be better. So Megatron was actually the first Earthspark figure I got, mostly because I really liked his redesign and I really liked his character in the show. And this figure is another good one. The robot mode is really cool looking. It's not perfect though. The head sculpt is kind of weird. The eyes are a weird shape and it looks like he has like stubble on his chin. His arms also have a lot of kibble. He just has the propellers and wings just on his arms there, and they don't plug in so they move around a lot. His articulation's pretty good. Again, he doesn't have a waist swivel, and the propellers do get in the way of the arms a lot, but other than that, he's pretty fun to pose. For accessories, Megatron comes with 2 pieces of his fusion cannon. You obviously attach them, and it goes on his arm, but if I'm being honest, it kind of just makes his arm look even more busy than it already is. He also comes with Mandroid's arm. The transformation is pretty cool. I like how the legs fold up to form the back, and how the waist extends. And I especially like how the fusion cannon splits in half to form the engines. Megatron's alt mode is pretty cool. The underside is a bit kibbly. His whole chest and arms are just visible, and the arms even block the little missiles here. But I do like how the legs have sculpted wheel detail and the tail fin. Earthspark Megatron is probably my favorite figure out of these three. He's one of my favorite redesigns in Earthspark, and despite this figure's flaws, it captures the design pretty well. Overall, the first wave of Earthspark figures is a very mixed bag. Kinda sucks that the only original character in this wave turned out to be so bad. The quality of these figures makes me a bit apprehensive about the rest of them, but I'm holding out hope. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and comment what you think I should review in the future.